Congratulations on becoming a new Subaru WRX owner, and welcome to the Subaru of Wakefield family. Before you get started on your first ever journey with your new WRX, why don't we check out all the great features this vehicle comes with so you're ready to hit the open road. Now before we get started, don't forget to take advantage of our great service and parts department. And if you have any questions, our sales team is here for you. And finally, for the moment we've all been waiting for, let's check out your Subaru WRX. Under the hood, the engine bay for the Boxer 4-cylinder engine offers a clean and convenient design, with the oil, coolant, windshield washer, and brake fluid reservoirs all being highlighted with yellow caps. Even better, everything of importance is placed on the right side of the engine, so if you need to quickly change the oil or windshield cleaner, you can easily identify and focus on the task at hand and be back on the road. The fuel recommendation for all WRX models is 91 octane. And when you pull up to a gas station, simply unlock the vehicle, press down on the fuel door, and you're ready to fill up your car. Stepping inside, all WRX models will be equipped with tilt and telescopic steering columns to help you find the most comfortable position when behind the wheel. For WRX owners with the limited, TR, or GT trims, you'll have either an 8 or 10-way power adjustable driver's seat, with all your controls being found on the lower left side, allowing you to find the ideal seating position. The driver's side will also have power adjustable lumbar support for those 3 trims, but if you own a base or premium, your seat will be manually adjustable. For passengers, regardless of trim level, will have 4-way manually adjustable seats. Looking over to the door controls, you'll find a switch for your power adjustable side mirrors, your lock and unlock buttons, and your power windows, with the front being one touch up and down for all models. Before the premium trim and up, all windows will have the auto up and down feature. On the left side of the steering column, you're going to notice 2 rows of buttons, with only the traction control on and off switch, trunk release feature, and the dial which will adjust illumination brightness for the instrument panel being labeled across all trims. Moving over to the steering wheel, let's start off with the buttons mounted on the left side. By using the up and down arrow keys, you can scroll through a variety of information from your display, which can be found in between your analog gauges. Here you can monitor fuel efficiency, tire pressure, boost gauge, your digital speedometer, and for some WRX models, the onboard compass if your vehicle has an integrated navigation system. If you receive any important messages pertaining to your vehicle, you can access the warning screen by pulling and holding the switch labeled information, and those messages will be shown on the display. Mounted on the upper left side are buttons that control your radio presets and volume. By pressing source, you can change from AM to FM, and if equipped, the Sirius satellite radio. And of course, you'll have hands-free calling buttons through Bluetooth connectivity. What you see on the right side of the steering wheel will vary depending on the trim and transmission you've chosen. If your model has a CVT, here you'll find the adaptive cruise control settings, lane centering, and distance control, to go along with the buttons that change your drive modes. The GT trim will differ a bit, as you can fully customize your driving experience by using the individual mode, which we'll get into later when we check out the infotainment system. If your WRX is equipped with the manual, you won't have the same functionality as you would with the CVT, and that becomes apparent with the right side of the steering wheel not being labeled with the same buttons. For the infotainment system, if you have a 2023 model year WRX, you'll either have an 11.6-inch tablet-like touchscreen or dual 7-inch multimedia displays, offering most of the same features and functions, with the bottom screen controlling your climate controls and safety systems. If your WRX has this layout, the top screen is what you'll find throughout the Subaru family. There'll be quick access buttons below, which will get you to desired menus, if you prefer not using the touchscreen at all times. And there'll be physical knobs for the volume and tuning found on each side of this screen. You'll notice that as you swipe to the left, the menu is less populated by icons. You can add new shortcuts, and by pressing down on those icons, you can rearrange them or delete them by dragging the shortcut to the bottom of the screen. This display will also allow you to customize general and vehicle settings. The secondary screen is home to all your climate control settings. From this display, you can adjust the temperature, fan speed, and your air condition. But more importantly, from here, you have access to driver assistance features and safety systems. Many other settings you can turn on or off and even customize, you'd probably want to keep activated for peace of mind behind the wheel, particularly for pre-collision braking and the eyesight driver assist technologies if your WRX is equipped with the CVT. Lastly, from this screen, you can also set reminders for scheduled maintenance, so you know exactly when it's the right time to change the oil or tires. But for those with a 2024 WRX, the 11.6-inch touchscreen is now standard across all 5 trims. So let's start off with the button layout and basics of using this user interface. Up top, you'll have the knobs for the volume and tuning when listening to your favorite music. Next, the button for your front window defroster will be found on the left, and the rear defroster and heated side mirrors, if equipped, on the right. The up and down arrow keys mounted on either side of the screen adjust the dual zone climate control, so passengers can enjoy a comfortable temperature during drives. For the screen itself, the fan speed, AC, your 3-level heated seats, and climate settings can all be accessed from the touchscreen to minimize button clutter. Just like with an iPad or most tablets, the button for the home screen can be found in the center at the bottom of the main portion of this head unit. As with all Subaru Starlink multimedia displays, you can add new shortcuts for better accessibility to menus. And of course, you can delete these icons just as you would with the 7-inch screen. You'll have general, sound, navigation if equipped, phone and radio settings that you can customize by pressing on the settings icon. But a key difference that's exclusive for owners of the GT trim is the customizability of the driving experience thanks to the sport-tuned 4-wheel independent suspension with electronically controlled dampers. By pressing the vehicle settings icon, you're led to a menu in which you can change from comfort, normal, sport, sport plus, and individual modes, with each having their own characteristics and personalities. For individual mode, for example, everything on this screen is available for customizability, including the power unit, steering, suspension, all-wheel drive, eyesight, and climate control. From left to right, each setting becomes more aggressive, so if you want the engine to respond as most potent, going Sport Plus is the way to go. Same goes for the steering and suspension, as Comfort will offer a softer ride quality and lighter steering feel, whereas Sport is going to offer a firmer ride and dynamic handling. Continuing on, below you'll find a cubby for your smartphone, and for 2023 models, there'll be 2 USB inputs and 1 auxiliary outlet, whereas the 2024 WRX now receives a USB-C input, which was also added to the second row. Available on the premium trim and standard for the Limited and GT is the power sliding and tilting moonroof, which can be opened or closed with the 2 switches found above. You'll also notice the SOS and blue eye buttons, which will connect you to Subaru Starlink customer care for both emergency and roadside assistance services for added security and peace of mind every time you get behind the wheel. As we take a look at the back, the rear seats are a 60-40 split, with release tabs conveniently located within arm's reach. By lifting up on these tabs, you can fold these seats quickly and easily. For passengers in the back on the premium trim and above, they'll have dual USB inputs to charge up their electronics, and as previously mentioned, the newest models now have a USB-C outlet. By using the button on the key fob, the trunk will pop open, and inside, beneath the floor mat, you'll find a Fix-A-Flat kit, as Subaru doesn't offer a spare tire for any WRX model for 2023 or 2024. As we wrap up, we hope this virtual walkaround was helpful in getting you acclimated with your new Subaru. And now that we've gone over everything, it's time to turn on your WRX and hit the open road. Once again, congratulations on your new Subaru WRX. Enjoy, stay safe, and thank you for choosing Subaru of Wakefield.